Okay guys, in case you haven't noticed, I'm starting to wear down after reviewing all of these consecutively. So let's jump right into Sonic the Hedgehog issue number 3. The cover to issue 3 is okay. It's another breaking the fourth wall joke, I'll bet kind of funny. All considering the fact that I got this book from Amazon, it doesn't really work here. I mean, here it just kind of looks like they're talking about the other Sonic comics in this book. I guess Mike wasn't planning for this issue to go any further than sitting on a comic rack, so outdated joke is forgiven. The issue begins with Sonic showing off how fast he is, with Sally making a more subtle breaking the fourth wall joke, although it's still not funny on its own merits. Although, with this comic, when is it ever? So pointless jokes that don't flow at all with the narrative and end up looking obnoxious aside, Sonic actually seems to have some news for Sally and Rotor, saying that Robotnik has a bomb. I was just over Robotropolis trashing a few SWAT bots. Why? When I overheard Blubber Buns. You sure it's all arranged, crab meat? Indeed, O Keeper of the Spare Tire. The bomb is almost ready. It's not a bomb. Excellent. Once I detonate it, every last one of them will die. It's not a bomb. I'll say, a deadly weapon in those chubby hands, if he detonated in the Great Forest, every living thing, plant and animal, would perish. It's not a bomb. It's more than that. If he's got one, he can get more. He won't be having to learn Mobius is a lifeless planet. It's not a bomb. That's why they call it a Cold War, because we'll all be on ice. It's not a bomb, and that pun didn't even make any sense. Who calls it that? So Sally mentions how they must demonstrate the resolve for a bomb-free world, and Sonic gangs an idea from the word demonstrate alone. I know you can come up with ideas from seemingly unrelated things, but come on, you just can't take words from the middle of people's sentences and make plans based off of them. All of us must demonstrate our resolve for a bomb-free world. Did you say bomb? That gives me an idea. We get Rotor to build a giant bomb. No, Sonic, no. Bomb-free, bomb-free. Oh yeah, right, that was part of the problem. That was the whole problem. Details, details. So on the next page, we cut to the Robotnik's office. Look, my lumpy liege. Protesters. Impossible. I've outlawed all religious freedom. Damn it. The majority of these jokes are so bad I feel dumb for actually laughing at the ones that are kinda good. So Robotnik sees the freedom fighters picketing him outside and orders a squadron of SWAT bots to set up an ambush for them. It's not really them. And it's not really a bomb. So they all charged towards them, only to hit a brick wall. As it turns out, they were only being projected onto the wall through a videotape. Because as we all know, a simple movie projector is convincing enough to substitute for real people. End of part 1, only 5 pages in. Wow, they're shortening the number of pages each part. They must think whoever stuck with the comic this long must be really stupid. The next part begins with, oh, for the love of... What is this? So Rotor dresses up as Eggman in order to trick Crabmeat into bring the bomb to them. But he tips Crabmeat off when he says, please. So Crabmeat leads him into a room, leaving Sonic and Sally behind, and a fight seems to break out between them off-panel. Sonic tries to go help him, but Sally holds him back. Wait, don't blow our cover! Boomer can handle himself! But they're fighting. Isn't that reason enough to assume your cover's already been blown? But Rotor does seem to manage to come back with the bomb in tow. It's not a bomb. He says I should head back to Naho so they can analyze it, but then Robotnik comes in. Or, wait, Rotor? No, Robotnik. Okay, this part of the comic isn't even going to attempt to make any sense, so I'm not going to try to make any sense of it either. Basically, Sonic ends it, they grab the real Rotor, or Boomer, or whatever, and they make their way back to Naho with the not bomb. It's not a bomb. It's not a bomb. It's not a... Oh hey, it turns out it's really a bug bomb, not an actual bomb. Well, I could argue the story had no point, but it's still more relevant than the horizontal Al and vertical Cal story. We get 3 single-page joke stories before actually moving on to the next one. The only one I really find worth mentioning is the paper trail one. Only because I love the way Sally flips out in this one because of the phony newspaper article covering her. For I am Princess Sally, ruler of Dotto, and my word is law. I shall be avenged. Now, some people might think this is extremely out of character for her, especially since she says stuff like this.
Ooh, you're really beautiful when you work, Princess Sally.
Antoine, don't call me princess. Out here, the only royalty is Mother Nature.
But I always found that line to be incredibly pompous anyway. So having her do a complete 180 like this when she's really angry, I actually kind of like and think it's a cool trait to put onto her. But anyway, I digress. On to the next story. This one begins with Sonic skidding in the knothole. Those skid marks are so hard to get off the floor. Why do they have a shiny floor underground? You summoned me, Princess Sally? I am your humble and obedient servant. Humble never. Obedient never never. Well, it's nice to know that I at least had that part of Sonic's personality down way back then. What Sally had called Sonic in for was to look at some pictures that Rotor had taken. The pictures show Robotnik making deep inroads into a sector of Mobius. He was making deep inroads on the southern part of Mobius? You know Mobius is the entire planet, right? That's like saying McDonald's was building a new restaurant on the northeastern part of Earth. What'll we do? Why, Cajun my crawdads, Boomer, you good old boy. We're all gonna head down to Dixie. What? Okay, I think Sonic would be the type of person to just kind of change his accent around for humorous purposes. But what? I mean, it makes no sense. Why does he suddenly start speaking with a southern accent? There are no southern people around for him to be making fun of, or any real reference to anything remotely southern to make the change have some type of inspiration. I can only just barely tell what he's trying to say in this sentence, let alone get whatever the hell he's referencing, and let alone expect the target audience to be able to do the same. So Sonic heads up towards the surface, dragging Boomer along. The only reason I can assume being is that he knows the exact place Robotnik's doing whatever it is he's doing. And the next panel shows... Should I even be surprised? Idiotic imagery aside, why is the dust Sonic seems to be kicking up red? Are his shoes evaporating? Granted, physics tell us that should be what's happening, but in logic of Sonic the Hedgehog, that really shouldn't be. Maybe the artist ran out of beige crayon. So Sonic and Boomer hid behind a bush to witness Rabbit being grabbed by 2 SWAT bots. How dare you, sir? Unhead me, you Yankee contraption. I can't really imagine any Southern belle using the phrase unhand me naturally unless they're from like the 1800s. And if that were the case, then she wouldn't be the one working on that carrot farm, would she? They see the bots getting ready to throw her into a robot making truck. Granted, not as tasty as an ice cream truck, but twice as awesome. And Sonic runs out to attempt to save her, but he forgets that he's still tied to that bad visual gag from earlier, and he gets held back. Sonic gets back up and destroys the SWAT bots, the last words being horrible puns. He bursts into the truck and turns off the roboticizer halfway through completion, turning her half robot in the process. And the process makes her half awesome. Seeing her is injured, Sonic says they should take her back to Knothole, but Rotor worries that Robotnik might be able to track them through her parts. That point is too smart for this comic. It's so smart, in fact, that it's never explored. We don't know why Robotnik isn't able to do this, but it's kind of pointless to bring it up anyway. In the next part, I'm tapped out of jokes for this one at the moment. Maybe I'll think of something on the next part of the video. Nah, I still got nothing. Sonic and Boomer bring in the still unconscious Bunny back to Knothole. Or at least, we think she's unconscious. Until Sally asks who she is and Bunny springs up to give herself an introduction. Either the opportunity to make a new friend revived her, or she was faking the whole time just to get Boomer to carry her back. Sally asks her what she can do when Bunny demonstrates the extra strength her robot parts give her, even taking out time to flirt with Sonic. You're fast and cute. What's your name, sugar? I think you better put the princess down first. Princess? Oh my stars, I am so sorry. can't... You couldn't tell she was royalty? She's sitting on a throne. Right here. Throne, she's sitting... The one you picked up. The throne you picked up and she's sitting on. She's sitting on the throne. Right there. You're holding it. You're my hero. It's always been my dream to be your hairdresser. Wait, what? Where did that come from? This is when Antoine comes in, still not speaking in a French accent, attempting to warn the freedom fighters about a giant burrow bot that Robotnik had built to tear up the Great Forest. Stand back, everyone. This is a job for Sonic the Hedgehog. And his new bot-busting partner, Rabot. What the hell is Tails? So Sonic opens up the tree stump hiding in the underground, looking for the burrow bot. Bunny pulls him back in seconds before the robot runs over the stump. Whoa! Thanks, Bunny. I was almost a Sonic pancake.
You were almost a Jill sandwich.
Don't mention it, although I may use as a reference when I applied to hairdressing school. Alright, fine. Let's roll with it. I don't care. So he runs towards the robot, aiming to take it out, and Sonic begins to create a tornado. Gracious me, Sonic's quite a hero, but I could tell the Princess Sally has designs on that hedgehog. Designs on him? What does that even mean? But then the robot notices Sonic running around in circles and shoots him with a laser. He goes to crush him, but Bunny uses her strength to flip the thing upside down. Cartoon super strength, where physics go to die. So Sonic finishes it off in pretty much the same manner he finished off Scratch and Grounded in the last issue, and Bunny is congratulated as a great freedom fighter. And that's the end of issue 3, complete with a list of Robotnik's rules for shites and giggles. Overall, the issue was better than the last issue. It's still filled with puns and dumb jokes, but nothing as exceptionally painful as the last issue. The second story exits the season having some type of plot, although the first one is just as painful as the one in the last issue. Bunny is one of my favorite characters in the Sonic franchise, and how she actually came into her parts were never explained in the cartoon. As a result, the way it's covered here doesn't really give it justice. It's surrounded in bad jokes when really it should have been taken more seriously. Although I will admit, the panel of page 5, part 1, is still kind of dramatic looking. Aside from Bunny's rushed initiation into the Freedom Fighters, nothing really happens here. Sonic's adventures so far have kind of been underwhelming. Bunny's introduction made this issue better, but I'm not sure if a Southern flair will be enough for the preceding issues.
Who says the bunny can't play above the rim? Wait till they get a load of me. That's bugging. Who says the bunny can't ride? You're bugging. If bugs don't make you hop, you're bugging. Think the space jam gonna stop? You're bugging. Yeah.